Okay, I just want you all to know that you're in a lot of trouble. Because you are here with the guy who is the #1 target for the entire Democrat Party.
Oh, Debbie?
All right. So, that being said, I want to read something to you all before I talk to you. And for me, most important, I want to hear your concerns. But a lot of things are being said out there on the airways. And I want to put some of this to rest. As you know, I sit on the Armed Services Committee. I was selected to be one of the conferees on this thing called the National Defense Authorization Act. And as you all know, the National Defense Authorization Act is done every year. It's the authorizing document to fund the United States military and give them their guidance and direction. So I'm going to read to you all the truth.
Wow.
December the 12th, 2011. This is the summary report that comes out for the NDAA. In the subsection on detainees, the fiscal year 12 NDAA includes critical provisions to clarify and reaffirm the military's responsibility and authority to detain Al-Qaeda terrorists. 10 years after September the 11th of 2001, the extremist and terrorist threat against the United States and our allies continues to evolve. As we begin drawing down forces in Afghanistan and conscious of the rise of the Al-Qaeda affiliates in places like Yemen, the fiscal year 20 to fiscal year 12 NDAA recognizes that the war against terrorism and violent extremism is broader than operations in any one country. The bill strengthens policies and procedures used to detain, interrogate, and prosecute Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, affiliated groups, and those who substantially support them. The conferees balance this approach with the conviction that the erosion of citizens' civil liberties in the pursuit of security constitutes a victory by the enemy. To that extent, these provisions do not extend any new authorities to detain U.S. citizens and explicitly exempt U.S. citizens from provisions related to military custody of terrorists. The NDAA of fiscal year 12 prohibits the transfer or release of Guantanamo detainees to or within the United States. It prohibits the use of funds to house Guantanamo detainees in the United States. It reaffirms the lawful detention of individuals from Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, and associated forces engaged in armed conflict with the United States without extending new authority to detain United States citizens. That is the words, that's the language that comes out of the summary report. Now, I have pulled out from the NDAA page 657. And on page 657, this is what it says. Applicability to United States citizens and lawful resident aliens. United States citizens. The requirement to detain a person in military custody under this section does not extend to citizens of the United States. Lawful resident aliens. The requirement to detain a person in military custody under this section does not extend to a lawful resident alien of the United States on the basis of combat taking place within the United States, except to the extent permitted by the Constitution of the United States of America. Now, to everybody that's saying everything contrary, I want you to show me what page it says something different than what it says on page 657, taken out of the National Defense Authorization Act. Thank you.